Everything is blooming and turning green, but with the good comes the bad. Dr. Rodney St. John of Ryan Lawn and Tree is here to help us with those pesky weeds.
Right.
Oh man, I think we have it taken care of one year and then they come back.
It's been pretty good this
year.
Yes,
frustrating.
lots of weeds.
And lots of weeds in my yard. Okay, so for the average homeowner, what do you recommend that they do to help treat those weeds the smartest way?
It kind of depends on how I'm feeling. I mean, if I'm feeling scientific, I'll tell them, you know, the best thing you do is try to figure out what weed you have in your yard, because there's lots of different weeds out there and different weeds require different herbicides. Oxalis, dandelion, henbit, clover, they can all be controlled by one type of herbicide, but crabgrass, foxtail, nutsedge, they require different types of herbicides. So you really need to know what type of weeds you're dealing with before you just go grabbing bottles off the shelf and start spraying.
And before you put chemicals all over your yard, it's probably good to have an expert come out and look at it and just say, okay,
before you get
this
started,
is what we got here.
Right.
This situation we can handle with this. This we can handle with this.
Like
you want to make sure you do it at the right time of year. I mean, there are some rules for when you put this down so you don't burn your entire yard.
Right. I mean, that's the biggest thing that I think homeowners do is they'll grab something and say, hey, oh, this worked. Oh, it's not doing it. It's a couple days later, so they'll do more, and then a couple do more, and do more, and do more. So you got to read the label and be patient. A lot of these herbicides,
with weeds?
Yes.
Come on now.
It might take 2 or 3 weeks before you see a response. So just don't keep squirting stuff on the ground.
So in terms of timeline, they're all different.
Absolutely. Every herbicide's a little bit different. Every weeds are a little bit different. If it's cooler, like we have cool night times, it takes longer. When it gets a little bit warmer, they'll die a little faster.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so you brought in some herbicides.
Yeah.
What are these and what do you recommend?
Right. So the first green one here, Weed Be Gone. I've recommended this in the past. It's Weed Be Gone plus crabgrass control. It's not the same type of stuff that we'll use at Ryan Lawn and Tree, but it's got a lot of the similar ingredients, maybe not at the same rate. But it's just a good jug to keep in the garage to just go around and spot spray a few weeds that pop up in your yard. It covers dandelion and a little bit of crabgrass sometimes, but so it's a good overall jug.
Are you saying that you've got better products than all the consumer stuff out there?
Absolutely.
Not fair.
Well, that's
part of it, right?
I'm trained to use it correctly.
You're trained to use it.
I'm not going to go keep spraying 5 times in one spot. I'm going to do it at the right rate.
Which I can't imagine is good for the environment when you just keep spraying your yard with chemicals.
You want to do it the right way.
Okay, so what is this one over here? This other jug?
The other two things I would just want to bring in, you know, you look at the orange bottle, for example, it's got a big picture of a dandelion on it, so people think, hey, that kills dandelions. But if you don't read the label, it also kills grass. And I've got some good family members that have killed their lawn grabbing that type of bottle saying, hey, look, it kills dandelions, and then they kill these big circular patches of dead areas in their lawn.
You're telling me that people don't read the labels?
Oh, no.
No, they don't. They look at pictures. It's like how people order from the menu. Like, it's like, oh, there's that food looks good.
And the white jug is Roundup, and most people realize that Roundup kills everything, but now they've got a new formulation of Roundup that only kills weeds but doesn't kill the lawn. So it can get really confusing when you're grabbing different herbicides off the shelf. So I really want you to read the label or hire a professional to do it.
And you're a doctor.
Right.
So, a doctor of turfology.
There's always new products.
So you know, and you can always give, and there's a plan sometimes too, because it could start and be a year-long process. Because if your lawn is looking pretty bad,
certainly
it might take a while to fix it.
A couple applications of different products, absolutely.
Okay.
And some you got to kill the whole yard and start all over. So there's all different kinds of things.
Well, you got a special.
Yeah.
This leads to it,
so,
right?
Right. If you sign up
Help
now
us.
For a full-on program, you get the first app free. So we'll take care of some of the crabgrass and clean up the weeds and get you going on the right step.
Get those weeds under control.
Yes, sir.
We like the sound of that. You can get your first application free by calling Ryan Lawn and Tree at 913-381-1505. You can also visit ryanlawn.com. We'll have a link at kclive.tv later on today. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.